Do you want to make your first formal dress and is so nervous to start because you don't want to make any mistake and ruin that expensive fabric and also your dress? I'm going to tell you a technique that I used when I was making my first formal dress, and this technique boosted my confidence and I was able to not make any mistake on the expensive fabric I was using, and my dress came out lovely. This technique, you will not just use it when you're making your first formal dress. You will apply this technique to any formal dress that you're making if you don't want to make any mistake on the expensive fabric, and this will boost your confidence and make sure that your dress turns out perfect. I have been making formal dresses for almost 30 years. Upon graduating from FIT in the 1990s, I was working at a bridal house, and then while working there I decided to start my own small business making formal dresses. These formal dresses were usually prom dresses or bridesmaid dresses, or just simply if you are going to a wedding or if you're going to be the mother of a bride, and I've dressed a lot of people back then. My dress was also featured on the front cover of the Prom Guide magazine, and I also received a plaque for that. I've also dressed several brides and also the entire bridal party, and the largest bridal party that I've dressed was 15 ladies. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. When I decided to make my first formal dress, I had a short dress pattern, and so being that I was a student at that time at FIT, I had to create a long dress pattern. Most long dresses are floor length, or it could have a sweep at the back on the floor. This formal dress that you are designing can either have a slit so that you can move in it easily, or you can taper it towards the hem so that you have enough space that you can move in a dress. To get started on making any formal dress, you have to go through several steps. So my first formal dress that I was about to make, I was so nervous and I didn't want to make any mistake on the expensive fabric that I was using, and I wanted the dress to come out right. So I had to choose a way how that I can replicate this dress first before I literally cut it out on the actual expensive fabric. So to get started, I'm going to go through 11 steps that you have to take when you are creating your first formal dress, just like I did when I was creating my first formal dress. Step number 1, you have a design that you have already chosen, whether you're going to make it with a slit or you are going to have it tapered towards the hem, and also if you are going to have a sweep on the floor or not. So with this formal dress that you're going to design, you are going to think of a couple of things. You are going to determine the design of the dress by thinking, okay, am I going to have it where it is strapless, or is it going to have a strap, or is it going to have a bit of sleeve? And the next thing that you're going to determine is, do I want to have slit, or do I want to simply have it tapered towards the hem? And the next most thing, do I want it to sweep on the floor or just simply floor length? Step number 2 is to take the necessary measurements. Now, when you're taking the measurements for your design for that formal dress, you want to make sure that you are taking all the measurements that you need in order to make that pattern for the dress. So if you are designing a strapless dress, then you don't need your across shoulder nor your bicep. Another measurement that you might need if you are doing a strapless dress is that you're going to take the upper bust and you are also going to take the under bust, because you want that bust area to be fitting tight, because you don't want to be dancing on the floor and then bam, your dress is too loose and it's gonna want to fall down a bit. No, you don't want that to happen, okay? So we want to make sure that we take that upper bust measurement and also the under bust measurement, and definitely your bust measurement, to make sure that it is tight around that area. Because remember now, this is a strapless dress that you're designing, and this is only if you are designing a strapless dress. Step number 3 is to create the pattern. So now that you have the design, you have to create a pattern for this actual design, because you're going to need the pattern so you can lay it out to cut out the dress. So once you have created your pattern, you're going to test your pattern. Make sure that all the seams, when you line them up and you have your notches, that you don't have any extra going on at the hem nor at the top of the dress, and you don't want any extra going on where it is not necessary. The next step is step number 4, which is to cut out your pattern in a muslin. This is the technique that I chose to use because I was so nervous. I want to make sure that my dress is going to be made properly and there is not going to be any mistake when I'm cutting it out into the actual expensive fabric that I'm using. So cutting out the dress into a muslin is the very, very best technique that you could ever choose to do when you are making a formal dress. Now, as years go by and you are now a pro at pattern making, then you might not need to cut out the dress in a muslin before you continue and cut it out into the actual fabric. Now the muslin, you will cut it out and you will also pin it where you need to have it pinned, have your notches on it also, and your extra area for your closure, but you are going to sew up everything except for where the zipper is going to go. And once you have your muslin, the next step you're going to do is that you're going to fit that muslin on your body. Or if you're making it for someone, then you are going to call the person, have them come in and fit that muslin on the person. Make sure that any area that needs to be let out, you let it out. Any area that is too big, you are putting a pin there, you're holding the seams together and then pinning it at the side so that you will get a better fit. The next step that you're going to do is that you are going to make any adjustments that needed to be made on the actual pattern. So remember now, coming from the muslin, you did some adjustments. You have to make the correction on the pattern. And then once you do that, you are ready for the next step. Your next step now is to simply cut out the actual pattern on the fabric. Now, since this fabric is very expensive, I usually cut the pattern out first, still sew it up, and make sure that you leave room for your zipper closure also. And then you go on to the next step after you've sewn it up, and obviously you are going to iron the seams. You are going to refit again. So this is your second fitting right now. So the first one was fitting the muslin. Now you are actually fitting the person in the actual fabric that the dress is going to be made out of. And once you have fitted that, you shouldn't have much adjustments once you made it on the muslin, but sometimes things may not go the way it should go, and you might have to still do a little bit of adjustments depending on the fabric that you're using and also you transferring it onto the actual fabric. I must also say to you that instead of just adjusting the pattern, after you have fitted the muslin, you can actually make that adjustment on the muslin and then take that muslin to the actual fabric and cut it out. So it's your choice whether you want to cut out the fabric from the adjustments that you made on the muslin or you want to cut it out from the adjustments that you made on the pattern. So it's all up to you. The next step now, after you've fitted the person a second time, you're now, based on whatever adjustment was needed again, you're now going to cut out the lining. Now for a formal dress, you have to take into consideration that if you are going to have a hem, your lining should literally be 1 inch less than your actual hem if your hem is, say, 1.5 inches. So if your hem on your dress at the bottom is 1.5 inches, the length of your actual lining for that particular dress should be 1 inch shorter. So you have to take that into consideration. So now that you have your lining and you cut out the lining, then you also need to sew the lining. So that will be your next step. You are going to sew the lining. So because I was so nervous when I was making my first formal dress, this is what I did. I actually fitted myself with the lining And then once I put it on and it was fine, then I placed the actual dress that was cut from the actual fabric and is sewn together over the lining, because I want to see the reaction or how it is draping or how it is flowing on the body. So I did that because, as I said, I was so nervous and I wanted to come out right. So you can do that. This is an optional step that you can take if you are still nervous and want to get this formal dress right. So after you've fitted the lining on the body and the actual dress cut out from the actual fabric, then you now need to complete the dress. What you do, you will make sure that you attach the lining to the expensive fabric that you now cut the dress out of, and then you will attach the zipper as your closure, whether you're going to have a center back zipper or you're going to have a side seam zipper. You're going to do that. Once you have attached the zipper, you need to now finish off the hem, right? And the last thing that you're going to do on this dress is that you're going to attach the actual lining to the zipper. And also remember now that zipper is going to be on the actual dress. So once you have that 3 to 4 inches space between the lining by the zip and the actual area that the zipper is being attached to the actual expensive fabric, you're going to use that as the point where you're going to turn the dress inside out. And once you have turned the dress inside out, then you can simply get a needle and thread and you can slip stitch that area closed, and voila, there goes your formal dress and you're ready to wear it. I have created a free PDF that you can download, and this free PDF is simply a guide if you are making a circular dress or if you need to make anything that has to do with a circle and you need to find the radius. So go ahead and hit that link below to get your free PDF. And if you need to know more about the various styles of formal dresses, you can go back and watch this video of mine. To conclude, you should always use this technique if you are making your first formal dress, or if you are making a formal dress that you're nervous about and don't want to make any mistake on that expensive fabric, by first cutting the pattern out of muslin, and then you're going to fit it and then take it from there, following the steps that I have just simply explained to you. Because trust me, I was so nervous, and when I applied that technique, it helped to boost my confidence whenever I'm making a dress that I don't want to ruin the fabric and guess what? Waste money going back to the store and buying more fabric. So always cut your pattern out first in muslin, fit it, and then you can make the adjustments and transfer it onto the pattern, or you can use your muslin to cut out your expensive fabric. If you like what you see, please don't keep this video to yourself. Share it with others around the world so they too can know what to do if they're nervous about making their first formal dress or any formal dress that they don't want to waste expensive fabric and waste money. This technique has helped me tremendously to boost my confidence, and I did not make any mistake on the expensive fabric when I'm using it, and because of that, I was able to save money in my pocket. Apply this technique and level up, level up, level up, save money in your pocket, and be a pro as you continue to use this technique and get better at pattern making and building your confidence so that you don't make any mistake on your expensive fabric. Thank you for watching, and see you soon on the next video to come. Bye now.